Hello and good morning. I'm just doing my little property walk, checking on the gardens and other things that are going on. And I thought maybe other people might like to see. I had a couple of friends who have done farm updates, and I like to see theirs, so I thought people like to see mine. I'm not huge for talking on camera, so I'm gonna turn it around and show everybody what's going on and just talk so you can hear me but not have to look at me. So this is a very wild patch at the edge of our property. These trees are the neighbors, but this is mine. And it looks like that because I haven't done anything to it. But also, we participated in No Mow May. I wanted to know what was growing here since we just moved in October. And what we have going on all along down the side of our property there is a lot of wild things like honeysuckle and wild blackberry and wild raspberry. There's a mulberry tree down there and some other things mixed in there. Here we have lots of baby walnut trees and wild grapevine and this, which I think is a butterfly weed. And then we've got some roses planted in here, which is very pretty. I thought they were blackberries before, but now you can see. Yeah, just some really pretty little roses. Lots of poison ivy in there. So I don't know exactly what we're going to do about the poison ivy yet, because I don't want to kill everything in here. But both the honeysuckle and the poison ivy will have to come out, because my goal is to eventually have only natives on the property. And I know that honeysuckle is really invasive, and it smells delicious and is fun to eat and fun for the kids to pick. Eventually I want to get rid of it. So anyway, here you can see the length of our property goes all the way out down there to where that hole is at. We've got just under an acre and a half, and even though that's not a lot of land, I know there's a lot that we can do with it as time goes on. We're just getting started here. During No Mow May, we let all of this grow out because, again, I wanted to see what was going on here. There is a lot of grass, and we wound up cutting all the grass, and we're going to be using it for hay and for free mulch. I've been using it in the garden, and we've got a huge pile down there by our new chicken coop, and we'll be using it over there. In the meantime, though, we did get to see all of the cool things that were growing up between the grass. We've got a lot of cat's ear. There was tons of dandelion. I did spread wildflower seed, but I didn't till or cultivate or anything before that. So not very much came up, but some came up. More down there, and I'll show in a minute. But we have lots and lots of things that have been growing that I'm happy to say that are growing here. We've got lots of Dutch white clover and dandelion, violet, and plantain and burdock, and we've got wood sorrel and other kinds of clovers growing here. We've got, I think that is a fleabane there. We've got a lot of that actually growing on the property. But so there's some. Okay. We've got some other invasive things too that are growing that I'm going to have to get rid of. Like, look, randomly here, see this little patch of ivy? It's all over one of our trees. It is invasive also, the English ivy. Although I saw recently that you can make soap because it has a large amount of soapinine in it. So I'm going to experiment with that. Mushies! Lots and lots of mushrooms have been popping up in our soil over the last few days with all the mugginess and the torrential rain and the heat. We got a hoverfly here and a dragonfly there. Lots of hoverflies. If you didn't know, honeybees are not the only kind of bee that needs help. In fact, I would say that they probably don't need that much help at all. But some different kind of mushies. We have lots of native bees here that need saving and help. And one of the big ones is actually, pollinator wise anyways, is the hoverfly. But you see lots of hoverflies in our little pollinator gardens. And a lot of bumblebees. I've been very happy with the amount of bumblebees. Anyway, so we've got lots of hostas growing up here that I did not plant. These were here. And I am going to eventually pool all of this growing here. Excuse me. The name of it is escaping me at the moment, but it's also important in the early spring for bee food. But it's all done now, so I'm probably going to pool a lot of it just to make it look a little